Genesis chapter 45, 창세기 45장. Then Joseph could no longer control himself before all his attendants, and he cried out, "Have everyone leave my presence." So there no one with Joseph when he made himself known to his brothers, and he wept so loudly the Egyptians heard him. The Pharaoh's household heard about. Joseph said to his brother, "I am Joseph. Is my father still living?" But his brothers were not able to answer him because they were terrified at his presence. Then Joseph said to his brother, "Come close to me." When they had done so, he said, "I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold into Egypt. And now do not be distressed and do not be angry with the servant yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. For 2 years now there has been a famine in the land, and for the next 5 years there will not be plowing and reaping. But God sent me ahead of you and to preserve for your remnant on earth and to save your lives by great deliverance. So then it was not you who sent me here, but God. He made me a father to Pharaoh, Lord of his entire household and the ruler of all Egypt. Now hurry back to my father and say to me, this is what your son Joseph says. God has made me a lord of all Egypt. Come down to me and don't delay. You shall live in the region of Goshen and be near me, and your children and your grandchildren and your flocks and the herd, all your slave, all you have. I will provide for you there, because of 5 years of famine are still to come. Otherwise you and your household and all who belong to you will become destitute. You can see it for yourselves, and so can my brothers Benjamin, that it is really I who am speak to you. Tell my father about all the honor except me in Egypt and about everything you have seen, and bring my father down here quickly." Then he threw his arm around his brother Benjamin and wept, and Benjamin embraced him weeping. And he kissed all his brothers and wept over them. Afterward his brothers talked with him. When the news reached the Pharaoh's palace and Joseph's brothers had come, the Pharaoh and all his officers were pleased. Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers to do this, load your animals and return to all land of Canaan, and bring your father and your families back to me, and I will give you the best land of Egypt, and you can enjoy the fat of the land." You are also directed to tell them to do this: take some cart from Egypt for your children and your wives, and get your father come, and never mind about your belongings, because the best of all Egypt will be yours. And so the sons of Israel did this. Joseph gave them the cart as Pharaoh had commanded, and he also gave them the provisions of all journey. To each of them he gave new clothing, but to Benjamin he gave 300 shekels of silver and 5 set of clothes. And this is what he sent to his father: and 10 donkeys loaded with the best things of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with the grain and the bread and the other provision of his journey. Then he sent his brothers away, and as they were leaving, he said to them, "Don't quarrel on the way." So they went up out of Egypt and came to the father Jacob in the land of the Canaan. They told him, "Joseph is still alive. In fact, he is ruler of all Egypt." Jacob was stunned. He did not believe them. But when they told him everything Joseph had said and to them, when he saw the cart Joseph, he sent to carry him back. The spirit of the father Jacob revived. And Israel said, I am convinced my son Joseph is still alive. I will go and see him before I die.